What comes to your mind when you think of abnormal? It's not a term that can be easily defined.
Bruh, I see boys in the hood? Nah, man, what's it about? Man.
Hey!
What?
That looks a little strange, right? Well, things aren't always as they appear, if you want. Hey, girl!
Are you ready for the 80s?
Hell yeah! What? This is situational context, the social environmental settings of a person's behavior.
Oh!
The
Yes.
Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders is a book that describes over 250 different disorders. Psychologists assess this a patient using 5 different axes found in this book. Axis 1 deals with mostly mental illnesses like anxiety, PSD, OCD, and schizophrenia. Axis 2 deals with personality disorders along with intellectual disabilities, formerly known as mental retardation. Axis 3 deals with mostly with general medical conditions such as juvenile diabetes, chromosome disorders, and high blood pressure even. And Axis 5 deals with psychological difficulties, which includes like if you had a breakup, or being fired from a job, any of these. And our final axis is Axis 5. It deals with global assessment function, or in other words, how well you take things. And that's our axes, people. For the fun part of the chapter, disorders. And let me tell you, there are a lot of them. To help you remember some of them, we're going to have some live examples of some of them. So sit back, relax, and pay attention. We'll start out with anxiety disorders. There's a difference between having a panic attack and having a panic disorder. Most people who have panic attacks, they'll maybe just have one their whole entire life. A person with a panic disorder, they'll have a panic attack 2 or 3 times a day, and it affects their whole entire life.
Hey, come outside!
The short clip you just saw is a person with agoraphobia. In other words, they have fear of being in a place or a situation from which they can't escape. Extreme cases, these people won't even leave their homes for years. A generalized anxiety disorder is having a constant feeling of dread or physical symptoms or stress that can last for years. An anxiety disorder that is most common in soldiers returning home from war is PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder. People with this disorder have experienced some sort of trauma in their life and now experience nightmares, flashbacks, anxiety, and difficulty concentrating on a daily basis. The clip you just saw is a person who has OCD, which I'm sure most of you have heard of. It's when a person gets a thought running through their head and it won't go away, and so they have to act upon it. Like, the obsession is the thought, and the compulsion is the act to have to, let's say, turn off the oven because they always think it's on. Bipolar is when a person gets several mood swings. They start out the day as the happiest person, and then out of nowhere they'll turn into the most sad person you've ever met. Today's gonna be so awesome. I'd love to disorders that are often confused as the same thing. I'm here to tell you today they couldn't be more different. Our friend Tyrone here, he has schizophrenia.
Did you see them?
See who?
As you can see, he has disordered thinking and hallucinations, and he thinks the government is keeping surveillance on him. This is our other friend, Matt. He has DID, or multiple personality disorder. He has 3 separate personalities inside of him. One day, he's himself.
Hey, Tyrone.
Another day, he's John.
Does anybody have the answer to my question?
No, we don't. Man, I don't even know what class this is.
And sometimes he's even Pierre.
Bon appetit! Oh.
As you can see, they are 2 completely different disorders. Our final topic is going to be on personality disorders. There are narcissistic.
I'm so freaking awesome. Lindsey thinks she's so hot. I'm so much hotter than her. Look at my leggings.
Borderline.
I don't think this is working out.
Are you saying you want to break up?
Kinda.
If you leave me, I'm going to kill myself.
Histrionic.
Did you see that Red Sox game last night? I can't believe they lost. But who cares because they suck anyway.
Hey, they don't suck!
And antisocial.
Oh my gosh, my dog just died.
Man, screw your dog. I killed 10 puppies last night.
Disturbances in families, relationships have been linked to the personality disorders, but also child abuse, neglect, and overly strict or protective parents.
This relates to me because it could allow me to put myself in the shoes of a schizophrenic.
I can totally relate to that, yo.
That's a good point.
It relates to my life that now I have more empathy towards people with mental illnesses.
That's what I was thinking.
Making this video has better prepared me for if and when I come into contact with somebody with a mental illness.
It opened my eyes.